friends, my name is Dr. Jyoti Prakash, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. Now, today's topic of discussion is revenue management. In fact, it is the topic after pricing, and it is in line with the concept of pricing, because as a service provider, if you set or determine the price as per the expectation of the customer or as per their purchasing power capacity, as per their pocket, obviously somehow you are able to generate revenue which help you in surviving for a longer time period. So, this topic has been added as one of the important concept of service marketing, and now without a delay, just let us have a discussion on revenue management. So, firstly I would like to introduce the concept of revenue management. Revenue management is important in value creation and ensures better capacity utilization and reserve capacity for higher paying segment. Means it is one of the important concept in service marketing which help in creating more and more value, because as per the set prices, or we can say that whatever the price you set for the service, as per that you can utilize your resources in such a way so that you cannot lose your those customer group, those are willing to pay high price for your service. That is all about revenue management. Revenue management, the concept itself refers that being a service provider or being a marketer, you do not want, or you do not you should not lose your higher paying customers that you have created for your services. Revenue management is also called as yield management, involves setting prices according to predicted demand level among different market segment. Means obviously whatever the price you have set for your services, it is totally up to the demand generated in the market, and the forecasting and anticipation that you have done by using different formulas and methods. Means what how is the demand level of your proposed service or of your existing service, as per that you basically set the price. Means if the demand is high, accordingly set the price should also be high, and if the demand is low, you should also always try to set the price as low, because it may happen that some of the customers are not purchasing your product because of high price or quality. So, by lowering the price or by cutting down the price, you can somehow attract those customer groups who are not taking interest in availing or experiencing your service or not coming to your service organization. So, somehow revenue management concept is similar to the concept of yield management. We can say revenue management as yield management, which involves the process of determining the price as per the demand level arises, or as per the demand level from different market segment. It is called a sophisticated approach to manage supply and demand under varying degree of constraint. Means in the earlier classes of demand and capacity management, we have seen that the organization has limited number of constraints or capacity. Capacity simply means the resources that the organization has, and every organization has certain limitation in context of the resources that they have, and there are different demand situations and fluctuations happen in the market, and according to those fluctuations and according to those different demand situation, the company basically utilizes their resources or constraint in order to manage that level of demand, and that meet out that level of demand arises or expected through demanded by the customer in fact. So, revenue management is basically sophisticated or a crucial approach which is totally based on managing demand with the level of with the adequate level of supply of the constraint or the resources that the organization has. So, if the demand is fluctuating, means if the demand is high, as I told earlier, that is if the demand is high. In the previous classes you can see the videos of video of demand and management capacity management of class. In that I have explained that in different demand situation how constant or resources are to be managed in order to manage that level of demand. So, somehow revenue management helps the service organization in managing the level of demand with the adequate level of we can say that optimum utilization of the resources or the constraint that the organization has. Revenue management is somehow the concept of price customization, that is charging different prices from the different customer groups. Means for the same service, the service provider is charging different prices from different market segments. So, somehow it is a concept based on customization. Customization simply means as per the customer's requirement, as per the customer's paying capability, the marketer basically charges different prices from them in order to fulfill or in order to achieve the objective that they are carrying right now basically. So, the next, the service provider should be worried that the customers who are willing to pay higher prices, they should not move to lower prices. Obviously, the higher paying or the customers who are having the higher purchasing power capacity, the customers who are willing to pay higher prices, they are basically the resource or the assets for any firm, because they are the one whatever who are willing to pay any level of pricing or any pricing that you are charging from them. So, you should try, being a service marketer or being a service provider, you should try to not to lose those customer group, because they are the one who are paying willingly or who are basically able or who are willing to pay the price at any price of your service in fact. So, they are they become precious for you. So, you should not lose them at any cost in fact. So, how should that be made sure? I have mentioned basically one question here. So, how you control your customers that the customers who are having the higher paying capability, how you be ensure that they will not leave your service organization and they will repeat their behaviors towards your service organization. So, how should that be made sure? Obviously, this particular question can be answered with the help of rate fences. Means being a service provider, you can became confident by applying the concept of rate fences, and you can say that your created customer or your higher paying customers will not leave your service organization and will continue with the usage of your services. So, the next question is, what are the rate fences? What is the meaning of rate fences and what is it? So, rate fences are the rules that apply to rates. Fences is all about a surrounding in which something is being kept. So, rate is at the center and fences around that rate that is being created by the service provider in against of non discounted rate to the existing customers. It means that they are offering discount and offers to the new one, and they are not offering the discount and the benefits or the lower prices to the created customer, to the existing customer. Means existing customers are in the center and there is a fence around, there is a basically surrounding created among those higher paying capability customers, and they are not being informed that the company is also giving some discount and offer to the new one or for creating a new one. So, rate fences is all about creating a boundary surrounded among your around the customers, around the created customer, around those customers who are having the higher paying capability. Fences can let us have a more detailed description about the fences. Is that fences can be either physical or non-physical. So, what is it, physical or non-physical? So, physical fences refers to tangible product differences related to the different prices. Means and the service provider is charging different prices and just creating differences among the different segment group. So, for having a more having a discussion or for making the concept more clear, I have mentioned two example here, like the seat location in a theater, they are varying according to the location. So, people sitting nearing to the screen are supposed to pay less, and people sitting far away to the screen they pay more. Means for the same service, they are basically charging higher prices to those customers who are willing to pay any price for the same service. Means they are they want to, in a theater we have seen this situation or this scenario too, that there are some chunk of customers who are basically who want to sit very far to the screen, because the screen is very much pretty much visible, or clear visibility is there if you are sitting far from the screen. So, the customer is just willing to pay whatever the prices you are charging today, and they are willing to pay that. Basically it means the service charges, the service provider, the service marketer is basically giving a facility, or basically charging a different price to different customer, or to those customer who are willing to high prices, but they do not want to lose, or they do not want to adjust the services at anyhow. So, they are willing to pay any price that you have charged that you are charging from them. Next example, the size and furnishing of a hotel room. So, bigger the room, the more charges the hotel will charge, and the product bundle, that is first class is better than economy. Obviously, if you suppose you are going to a hotel, if you take a room, a bigger room, or a big room having so many amenities in that particular room, so you have to pay more price, and the hotel owner or the hotel provide the service and the hotel owner or the hotel dealing person can charge high price from you, because you have taken a big room and you are availing so many amenities in that particular room. So, in this situation too, the customer is willing to pay higher price for the same service. Means suppose two customers are going into a hotel, one has taken a small room having less amenities, and one has taken a room, a big room having so many amenities. Means for the same service, or in a particular in the same service organization, the service provider is charging different price to different customer group. Means this the customer who has taken a small room, who will pay that customer will pay less price, and the customer who has taken a big room and so many amenities, that person or that customer is willing obviously will be willing to pay any price for that particular amenities or for that particular room, and the service provider will avail that particular thing. So, that is all about physical fences. Means you are charging, or you are taking basically you are earning high price, or charging high price from the customers by creating a physical, by giving them a physical facility and physical amenity that is also visible to them. So, the customers become interested for paying that paying the price for that particular room. So, that is all about physical fences. The second one is non-physical fences. They refer to basically differences in consumption, transaction or buyer characteristic, but the service is basically the same. Obviously, in this in all the situation we are talking about the same service, the service provider is charging different price for the different segment in fact. So, it can also be understood with the with one example I have mentioned there. That is normal practice with airlines and hotels, they do basically the same thing. So, the earlier the customer cancels, the lesser penalties he or she has to pay as moving on with time, but when the customer reach the time of booking and then he or she wants to cancel it, then he or she will have to pay higher prices for higher penalties for that particular cancellation and for that particular facilities that they want to avail at that particular time. Means the customer basically will have to pay in if they want to cancel, if they want to avail at a later time period. So, if the closer the time is become closer, the lesser amount the bigger amount they will have to pay, and if they cancel the booking, if they cancel the things priorly, they will have to pay less price for that. So, that is all about non-physical fences, means the differences the customer will pay in terms of consumption, transaction and the characteristics of buyers that they have, that they show towards the service or provider or the service organization. So, being a service provider, you should be very careful about the fairness that you have introduced into the practices or into the concept of revenue management, like while designing prices schedule, fences must be clear and logical and fair, means whatever the fences or whatever the things or boundary that you have created, that must be logical, and customer just understand that I am paying higher price because of that particular differences that I have found in that particular service. Suppose because if you are sitting close far from the screen, you will have to pay higher price, means it is very much clear that if you want to avail that particular facility provided by the service provider, then in that case you will have to pay higher price. So, whatever the fences or boundary or differences that you have created for different customer group, that should be clear, logical and fair, means the more facilities you are giving to the customers, like for a bigger room with more facilities, more amenities, the customer is also understanding that I have taken more facilities, I am taking more facilities from this service organization. So, I will have to pay more price for that. So, that is all about a clear thing or clear fences or a clear understanding obtained by the customers. And being a service provider, you should also try to make this clear that whatever the boundary or whatever the differences that you have created, that must be clear, logical and fair, and that is also understandable in the same way by the customers too. So, there are certain associations and assumptions associated with this particular point, is that firm should proactively spell out all the fees and expenses clearly in advance, so there are no surprises. Obviously, if you are creating certain fences and boundaries and if you have created certain differences in your particular service, for the same service you have created differences. So, you must be communicated to your client or to your customers in advance, so that at the time of interaction or encounter with the service organization, customers do not have any surprising moment, and they do not basically become surprised that why I have charged this much of price. So, whatever the things or whatever the boundary or the differences that you have created, you must be communicated earlier to your customer group. A related approach is to develop a simply fee structure, so that customer, obviously whatever the fences or whatever the prices or whatever the differences that you have created, that must be easily understood by the customers, so that in any situation, whatever the situation the customers will face, accordingly they know what price or what things they will have to pay. Suppose if I am cancelling my ticket, today I have to go to Delhi by train, and I have just I just cancelled my ticket today before 1 hour of the journey time. So, I know that thing that I will have to pay more penalties for cancellation my ticket. In fact, 50% of my amount may be deducted from the overall price of the ticket. So, what I know this particular difference, I know this particular fence, that if I will avail or I will do that particular action, so what penalty I will have to pay. So, in the same way, the customer should be known whatever the boundary or whatever the differences that you have created, that must be communicated to them as well, and that must be easily understood by them, so that in any situation there cannot be any conflict arises, and their customer do not become confused and why they are giving and why they are being charged so much for that particular service or for that particular thing. And for a rate fence to be perceived as fair, customers must understand them easily, that fences have to be transparent upfront and see the logic in them. So, whatever you should introduce logic in your fences, means whatever the difference you have introduced in your services, that should be logical, and that logic must be understood by the customer in the same way that you want, that you have whatever the purpose or whatever the cause, for whatever the cause you have added, or for you have introduced that differences. So, customers should understood the same difference in the same way, and they also identify the logic in them, because in the previous example that I have taken, that if I cancel the ticket before 1 hour of my journey time or the train time or schedule time. So, I know this very well, that I will have to pay more penalties for that, and the total amount will also be whatever the amount I will get, that will also be lesser. So, I am also identifying, I am also in a state to identify the logic in it, because the railway department is also making loss, certain loss, because of one seat and because of cancellation of my seat or my reservation in fact. So, whatever the in the same way, the service provider should do the same practices, or should adopt the same practices, means whatever the differences or whatever the thing that you have introduced in your practices, that should also be understood by the customer in the same way, and they are also in a state to find the same logic in that particular difference. Use high published prices and framed fences are discount. Sometimes rate fences framed as customer gains and discounts are generally perceived as fairer than those framed as customer losses if the situation are economically equivalent. Like if you are economically or financially sound, so you can somehow change the fences and the differences or the boundary that you have created, means you can switch or you can shift the boundary that you have created around your service, so that your created customers remain be created, and they do not, you do not lose those customers, because they are the one who are also willing to pay more prices for that. And in sometimes and in certain situation, you will think them in such a manner, so that you also offer certain discount to them. So, and you should also shift your boundary and fences according to the situation and according to the customer's perception, so that you are somehow managed your customer base in fact. Furthermore, having a high publicized fee, that is quoted price, written price, help to increase reference price and related quality perception, in addition to the feeling of being rewarded for the weekdays patronage. In fact, if you are giving a feel to your created customer that according to situation, we are also giving you certain benefits by lowering down or by switching or shifting our fences. So, somehow you are giving them a feel about that you are precious, those customers are precious, and by doing so you are trying to patronize their behavior towards your service organization. Patronization is all about reputation of the behavior towards the same service organization. Means being a service provider, it is a big thing that your created customer is coming to your service organization again and again, so that you are able to achieve your objective, that is to earn profit and maximization of profit that you are obtaining, and that you are in a state to achieve that. Next, communicate the customer benefit on the consumer benefit of this revenue management. Means you are applying or you have adopted the concept of rate fences and revenue management. That revenue management or that rate fences or different fences that you have introduced in your services, that must be communicated to the customer as well, so that they are willing, or they will be associated with your service organization for a longer time period. And you should adopt the concept of revenue management in such a way, so that both the parties, means the customer, your created customers, and you as well, those are in a win-win practices or win-win situation. Providing different prices and value enable a broader spectrum of customers to self segment and enjoy the services. Obviously, if you are providing different fences from time to time and different facilities to the customers time to time, somehow you are trying to make them happy, and customers also enjoy your service, because they are getting value by by availing your practices that you have adopted for them. In fact, it allows each customer to find the price in a benefit that is value the best satisfy. Suppose if a customer is going to a movie hall and he or she has paid less price. So, obviously, there is a picture in his mind that he or she will sit will have a seat nearer to the screen. Means somehow because the customer will also be satisfied that he has paid less price. So, according to that he or she will get the value too. Communication makes customer more familiar with the practice of revenue management, and he or she does not feel that any unfair practices are being adopted by the firm with them. So, whatever the things you have adopted, that should be communicated to the customers as well. High discounts through bundling, product design and targeting. Means whatever the things or whatever the offer you have introduced for your customer base, you just hide, or you do not use the concept of we are giving you benefits. Means you can bundle 2 or 3 products, you can you adopt or combine complementary services with the main services, and by doing this, by applying the concept of bundling and complementary, you can somehow able to create or able to win the trust of your targeted customers, and somehow your high paying customers will not leave the usage of your service firm or the services. Taking care of loyal customer, obviously in earlier classes of marketing of services, I have explained the outcome or the benefits of loyalty. Means if a customer become loyal, what can be the benefit? He or she will repeat his or her behaviors again and again towards your service organization, as well he or she will add more and more customers to the same service organization. So, somehow you being a service provider, you should take care of your loyal customers, because they are the one who help you out in achieving the profit and maximizing the profit. In fact, use effective service recovery mechanism for compensating the losses. In fact, how customers become loyal and how customers become happy, if customers are having any type of loss and damages while availing your service. So, you should adopt the recovery mechanism in order to compensate the losses that the customer incur in while availing or experiencing your service. Suppose like you should give customers a choice between retaining the reservation or receiving compensation. There you are giving 2 choices in front of the customer can adopt any one of them, and providing sufficient advance notice for customers regarding the cancellation or regarding not making available the facility for them, so that customer can do some alternative arrangement for that. And by doing so, you are also giving them a feel about that the organization is taking care of them, and they just they will be happy and they will continue their behavior towards your service organization, and that will help you out in earning profit and maximizing the profit as well. So, that is all in the concept of revenue management. These 2 books are very good. You just go through and get more information about the given topic. So, that is all in this topic. Thank you.